This video is going to cover how you add, subtract, multiply, or divide two functions. Remember back from like chapter 2, f of x and g of x each individually represent a function. Now I have this written in two different ways here. There's a red method and there's a blue method right here. Both of these are equally good, like they say the same thing. I tend to prefer the blue though to the red. But go ahead and pause this, write both of those methods down. Just two different ways of writing the same exact thing. And the good news with doing these function operations is it's pretty much all going to be review of stuff you've already learned before. So that'll be kind of nice. It just looks new, but it's not going to be. So I'm going to go ahead, pause that if you still need it, because I'm going to move this down here and show you 4 example problems here. In order to do these problems, they have to give you a function for f of x and for g of x, or whatever functions you're going to use. So these are just the functions that we have to use for this problem because they were given to us beforehand. If they ask you to find f plus g of negative 4, all that means is that you're going to find f of negative 4, you're going to find g of negative 4, and then you're just going to add your two answers together to get one big total. So you're going to go off. F of negative 4 means you plug in a negative 4 to this equation right here and you see what you get. So you just go, you plug a negative 4 into this guy, and you're going to get out a negative 9 from that. So f of negative 4 equals negative 9. Plus g of negative 4 means you go and you plug a negative 4 into that equation. And when you do that, looks like it'd be 32 minus 23, which is going to be 9. If you plug in a negative 4 to here, remember when you plug it in, you put it in parentheses, the negative right there and right there, and you should get out a 9. And then you just add your two answers together. So apparently, f plus g of negative 4 equals 0. You do the problem separately, you get your one big answer, and then things are good. So, for your second problem here, we're asked to find f minus g of x. On the last one was f plus g, and they gave us a specific number right here. If they leave an x in it, what that means is that you're going to actually subtract the two equations with the x's still in place. So f of x is the first guy. It was f of x minus g of x here. F of x is going to be 2x minus 1 minus the g of x equation is 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. And technically, both of these guys here should be in parentheses because you're doing the whole first guy minus the whole second guy. So what that means for us is we're going to distribute our negative sign. The first one just is a 1 in front, so nothing changes. We just get 2x minus 1. But then it's going to be a minus 2x squared minus 5x and a plus 3 here. So then we just combine like terms. F minus g of x is equal to negative 2x squared. We're going to have a minus 3x and a plus 2, it looks like, when you combine your like terms in the end here. So this would be what f minus g of x is equal to. We get a new equation right there. The order we put the functions in does matter. So if we do g times f of x, we're actually going to put the g equation first and then the f. And it still has an x here, so we're going to leave the actual variables in our problem. So we're going to do 2x squared plus 5x minus 3, that's g of x, times the other guy, which is the f of x, which is 2x minus 1. And multiplying those together is just doing FOIL, which again is a review of a concept that we already know. So if you start doing your FOIL here, you're going to get a 4x to the third. Let me see if I can skip my steps and just put the final answer. You'll end up with 8x squared when it's all done for that part. Then we'd be looking at a minus 11x and a plus 3. So I tried skipping some steps there, but when you do your FOIL, that's what you'll end up getting when you combine like terms. Alright, last problem of the video here. We have f divided by g of x. So again, the order we have them in matters. F of x is the 2x minus 1. G of x is 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. And we need to divide those two functions. Since the bottom is bigger, like if this was the other way around, we could do long division like I taught you in chapter 6. Because the bottom has a squared here, we can't really use long division because the thing on the outside would be a higher degree than the inside. So what we're going to do is actually factor this guy with magic numbers, which is also a review. So we would do the whole process. They add 10, 5, multiply to negative 6. Magic numbers end up being negative 1 and 6. And you just do the normal factoring process. I'm going to write it all out pretty quickly here, but I do want to write it for those of you who have forgotten, which hopefully you haven't. And if you write these out, you're going to get x plus 2 and 2x minus 1. And those two parentheses, those two parentheses are going to be the bottom of your fraction, because that's what this guy right here factors into. So our problem turns into 2x minus 1 over x plus 2 and 2x minus 1. And as it turns out, one of our parentheses actually matches. We have a 2x minus 1 here and here. We can cancel those out. So we just have that x plus 2 on the bottom. So our final answer when we divide them is going to be 1 over x plus 2. So adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing functions is just kind of a review of things you already know.